Good day, Merry Meet. My name is Glennis and I am the Witch of Whitetail Hollow. I want to warmly welcome you to my channel. I want to thank you so much for joining me. Whether you are a new subscriber or someone that has been with me since day one, I want to warmly welcome each and every one of you. I hope that you subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and click the notification bell so when I do upload, you will be notified. And I appreciate you guys' support so much. I hope everyone had a wonderful Thanksgiving. You can basically see what I did on my Thanksgiving. I sat on a lawn chair, looked up at the sky, and watched the breeze go through an old oak tree and hope that an acorn didn't hit me on the way down. But it was a wonderful, wonderful day. Very, very quiet. Time to decompress and take stock of everything. But I wanted to speak with you. Now, I did share a bit of an herbal tea recipe with you for your immunity, for your chest, your hay fever, if you should have hay fever or any kind of a sinus allergy issue. But what I'm going to share with you today is all about your nerves. With the holidays very, very quickly approaching, some of us handle stress better than others. I wish I could say that I handled stress perfectly, but I've kind of along the way of life, I've learned little tips and tricks and things that will get me through, not necessarily an entire day, but may get me through a few moments of stress. But I hope that you have some of the herbs that I'm going to be sharing with you here. I know some of them I have used both magically and in my mundane life, and I want to share with you, kind of just throwing this out there. If you're feeling stressed, whether it be because of family issues or financial issues, and I know you may be saying to yourself, well, family, we're not having a big family get together because of everything that's happening. But sometimes not being with family, not having that closeness, believe me, take it from someone who knows, who has children and grandchildren all over the country. I've got one that's not even in the lower 48. So it's, it's absolutely stressful being away from family members. So whichever group that you belong to, there is an herb for you. And you guys know I try to stay away from pharmacological, pills and, things like that seem to be thrown our way so easily. And I try to do the best I can with my herbs. But what the blend that I have here that I'm going to be sharing with you, I actually put it in a wee bit of a bitty bottle. And I tried to layer it a little bit so you could see the layers. And I thought it would be really, really cute for, like, if I can get the glare off of it, sorry guys, for gift giving. And yeah, so it's ever so cute. And the thing of it is some of this is pretty much interchangeable. Now, I know a lot of people have probably told you, if you were looking at herbs for stress, they've automatically say, well, you need Valeria tea. Well, yeah, that does help with sleep. I can't personally say it helps with stress, because Valeria made as a tincture, and I had a bottle. Oh yes, this is going to be a tincture for pain, for lack of sleep and inflammation and things like this. But this tincture that I'm going to make is not made for stress, anxiety, things like that. Valeria is not meant to be consumed every day. Maybe, if you're having pain and muscle pain, maybe for a week or so, but not to be consumed every single day. That's my understanding, and that's what I've gone by. And what's in here is a little bit of lavender to help with sleep, Valeria, and licorice root. And again, licorice root is one of those that does have side effects and does help with several different things, but not to be consumed every day. So this tincture is going to be saved just for really, really not stressful times, but physically tough. Your back might be bothering you, or your neck, or something like that, which I can definitely relate to. But most of these are adaptogens. And adaptogens, I've made myself notes here, helps you manage stress, and it adapts to whether your body is going through physical or biological changes. These will target what your issues are as far as adaptogens. And some of these are nervines, and they support your nervous system. But the tea that I made here, and I think it's right here, this absolutely can be consumed every day with, as far as I know, no side effects, but you should do your due diligence and things like that. And one thing I forgot to mention as far as the Valeria will help reduce your blood pressure. You may say, oh, that's a great thing. Well, yes, it can be a great thing unless you're on medication to lower your blood pressure. Or you may only think that you have, an issue with your blood pressure, and your blood pressure may drop dangerously low. So that's why Valeria is something very, very to be cautious of. And not everyone likes the taste of it. It smells not so great, but be that as it may, I'm just going to get started here. And some of the things are fairly obvious. I'm going to be adding hops. Hops is a wonderful, wonderful adaptogen. And I don't know that I'm going to actually try to grow this when I get up to the hollow. It smells quite nice, mostly because it grows and it vines, and it may be more than I can handle. And I'm going to be adding some lemon balm. Lemon balm is really, really quite nice. And, I probably should be measuring this, but you know what? I'm like a pinch girl here, pinched there. And if it was something like Valeria, the licorice root, something like that, I absolutely will be measuring that out. Now, if you have trouble with sleeping, now this is not something that I would advise to drink like during the daytime because of the sleep-inducing properties. But if you want something to help with sleep that's not Valeria, that may not have the side effects as far as your blood pressure and several different things, try passion flower. Passion flower is lovely, and it absolutely will help you with your stress, and it will help you with sleep. And, I do like lavender. I love fresh lavender oil, and I have used lavender in a shortbread cookie recipe, but I don't necessarily like to drink it so much. It's not for me. And rose, I do have some rose here. If you like rose, certainly you can add some rose here. But But what I'm going to do, and one of the things with lavender is if you add too much, it's kind of a little, maybe a wee bit soapy. Not necessarily a good thing, but one that I absolutely love is hibiscus. And you guys know I use hibiscus virtually every single day. I drink this every single day in a tea. I grind this up to a fine powder, and you might be able to find a hibiscus powder at your health food store, but I grind this up into a fine powder, mix it with just a wee bit of honey and enough like yogurt, like real yogurt, to make a paste for a skin mask. I do, maybe about once a week. It's anti-inflammatory. It's, just got wonderful, wonderful properties. And hibiscus helps with your skin's elasticity. So if you're feeling kind of draggy a little bit, then I absolutely recommend a mask. And when you make a tea, it just is a beautiful, beautiful color. And of course, I'm going to be adding some chamomile. I love, love, love my chamomile. And some people would add catnip. I'm not going to be adding catnip, but another thing I have here, actually right here, is peppermint. You can do peppermint or spearmint, and a goodly amount. And I think it's always a good idea, especially in the times that we are in now, to add a little bit of marshmallow root just to keep things keep things kind of flowing and kind of moving, as unusual as that might sound. And I believe, let's see, raspberry leaves. And I think I have it all over me as well, but absolutely some raspberry leaves. And you just give it a good fluff. And it actually really is an incredibly beautiful, beautiful blend. And it tastes lovely. That's what I have made for myself this morning. But if you find yourself during the holidays being incredibly stressed, of course, make the tea, sit down, and I firmly believe with tea time, a lot of people, want to put it in a bag and put it in their go cup and take it on the road with them. But personally, myself, I like to sit and sip and have my cup of tea. That's all part of your self-care. And I have spoken with several people here on our YouTube community, and you just simply must, even if it's not 5-10 minutes, you simply must practice self-love and self-care. And I know many, many years ago, of course, I come from a different generation of people, okay? I was heavily criticized because I practiced self-love, self-care, and looking out for myself. I come from a generation of people who thought, as a woman of the house with children and, responsibilities, that everyone else was to come first. And only at the end of the day, when the manor was in order, the children were fed and in bed, that I could actually do something like that. So yes, I've had my bit of stress too with dealing with societal attitudes. But, make a little bit of time for yourself, a little bit of tea time. And if you feel the stress of either not being with your family, or if you have a family member that is just getting on your last nerve, take that time and take care of yourself. You know, you can't always depend on a pill bottle or even a tea to manage your stress or your stress levels. Go outside. If you have a coworker that, like I said, if there's someone bothering you, or if things are just getting just too much, go outside. Sit outside, look outside, and look at your world and where you are fitting in this world. And that will hopefully put it in perspective, which is one reason why I did the very short video at the Hollow, just looking up at a tree, just chilling out. And, you know, I mean, I've had bigger, better Thanksgiving dinners than the one I cooked that particular day. But you know what? It was good, and it was good for the day. It was an awesome, wonderful day. And just to put things in perspective for you, if going outside and just taking a walk around the block or a hike or whatever is not in the cards for you, then exercise. And I know that's like, oh no, not that word. Well, yes, absolutely. Even if it's just, you know, a 5-10 minute anything, get your body moving, move your body into release your hormones and your endorphins and all those wonderful things that your body is meant to move. I mean, this is why we have joints and muscles and things like that. It is absolutely meant to move. And here comes this word, guys: meditate. And I know a lot of you think, I don't have time, I don't enjoy it, I don't like it. Well, I hope that by now that you have learned to like it, if not love it. If you have just 5 minutes, do 5 minutes and meditate. And this will help reduce your stress. Find something to, whether you can go outside and walk, exercise inside, or meditate, find something. And of course, make this tea blend too. And find something to help deal with your stress other than, you know, drinking alcohol, which I'm not opposed to, but it's not a solution. It's not a healthy solution, or a pill bottle or something like that. And, you know, of course, I don't want to come across as too judgmental, but be that as it may. And one thing I have found in my lifetime, and I have encountered many, many stressful situations, is to somehow remain calm. Even if it's someone you know, it could be a total stranger. I have used this in many, many different situations. Remain calm. Remain calm. Don't, if someone, you know, comes at you and maybe is a little more aggressive than what you think is appropriate for the situation, or, you know, something like that, and if they're coming at you, remain calm. Don't react. Don't give them a reaction. Remain calm and give them a smile. And think about whatever the situation that they are facing, that now they're bringing it to you. And you know, take a moment. Don't just say no. Don't give them negativity to begin with, because that's probably why they're in your face. But just say, well, let's see what we can do. Let's work this out. But to begin with, do nothing and give them a smile. Don't feed their action towards you. Okay? I hope that you guys have a wonderful day. I will be on later this week to share a tincture with you, as far as, again, a little bit of anxiety, a little bit of sleep, muscle soreness, to reduce some inflammation. I hope you guys have a wonderful, awesome rest of the day. Stay safe, stay happy and healthy. merry part, and I hope to merry meet again. Goodbye.